Okay. Some of you may be wondering, what is this, the ritual which we just did now? So the Buddha, I'm sharing this with the seniors as well as to the newcomers, that the Buddha actually discouraged people from giving teachings unless requested. And also I would say the Buddha is not happy that somebody go to preach without the request or the desire from the other person to learn. In other words, Buddha is totally against forcing your belief system on somebody else. So Buddha said, no, don't try to preach unless requested. Only if somebody needs, somebody says, please teach me, then you can teach. So till that point, don't go to convert others. So let everybody be at peace. So whosoever feels that they'll be benefited out of the teachings of Buddha and they make the request, then you can teach, you can share. Otherwise, don't disturb the community. This is Buddha's approach. So what's happening here is that making the request, please do teach. So then you are entitled to teach. Otherwise, it is advised not to just go whether other people like it or not. Then you force others, believe in this, believe in this, believe in this. This is totally discouraged. It's not advised by the Buddha. Okay, so with this, let us turn to page 4. A refuge in Bodhichitta verse. First, let's say this in English, followed by Tibetan. I go for refuge and am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha with full sentient peace. I go for refuge and am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha with full sentient beings. I go for refuge and am enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha with full sentient beings. Sanye joda zoge chonam la chancho bado dane gyamso che tage jinso gebe sonam ge chola benje sanje tupara isho. Sanye joda zoge chonam la chancho bado dane gyamso che tage jinso gebe sonam ge chola benje sanje tupara isho. Sanye joda zoge jonam la chancho bardo dane gyamso che tage jinso gebe sonam ge chola benjir sanye dubarai sho. Page 6, Essence of Dependent Origins Mantra. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham tathagato yavatat tesham chayo nirodha evam vati mahashramanaye svaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham tathagato yavatat tesham chayo nirodha evam vati mahashramanaye svaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham tathagato yavatat tesham chayo nirodha evam Shramanaye Swaha. The meaning of the mantra: all phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata. The cessation causes as well is taught by the great seer. Okay. First, I would like to just ask one question. The question is that what is the meaning of life? What is the purpose of life? And say you already in your 20s. Okay, raise your hands, those who are in your 20s. In 20s, raise your hands, those who are in 20s. Okay, those who are in 30s, raise hands. 30s. Or even if you are about to hit 40, it doesn't matter. You're still in 30s, raise hands. 30s. Okay, 40 plus, myself. 40 plus. Okay, so we have our life experience. 20 years of experience, 30 years of experience, 40 years of experience, more number of years of experience of your life. What do you think is the purpose of life? And this is a very serious question. It's a very serious question. This morning what I said is that what are you seeking? There can be deeper meaning to that. And we may not be able to articulate what you can add. And you think that this is how other people are doing, and this is maybe what I should also doing. But the purpose of existence for your life may be way, way, way deeper and way, way, way more fulfilling than what you think it is. There's one Singaporean very young girl who I know since she was, I think, for like 5 or 6 years. By the time she was just age 10 or 11, she started to ask big questions to her mom and to her aunt. Why did we come on planet Earth? So for what was the purpose? So these are questions that this little girl was asking. So now she must be, I think, 12, 13, 14. So what do you think is the purpose of life? Anyone? And don't think of philosophy. Just think of what do you think? So thus far we already led a life, like 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, whatever age, the number of years that you spent, you're looking for something. You're looking for something. And we all came here. I also came here, you also came here to look for something. And just tell me what you think is the purpose of life. So this class, keep in mind that this is interactive. Interactive, once in a while, they ask questions, and then you also give answers. And your questions, then so this is how to make sure that what we do is what you get the maximum. Okay. Anyone was the purpose of life here? Name, your name?
Sean.
Sean, yes.
Okay,
Mike.
Okay. From my perspective, I want to learn about freedom in myself and loving myself, so I can help in the future other people to find it in themselves, so they can spread it more and more and more and more.
Wonderful.
So that's what I think.
So you want to learn more, you want to learn about freedom within, and then from this you want to share with other people, so others also learn and they share more, spread it more. Beautiful, amazing. Anyone else? Over there. Okay, let's be direct, because we waste a lot of time. Yes, direct. Igala Kumaro, direct.
My name is Pavanji. I don't know much, but from my experience, I can just say, just to be happy.
Be happy. Say, in other words, I said, don't come with your philosophy, the rich philosophy that you learn somewhere. Speak what comes to your mind. So what you said here, want to be happy. Want to be happy. Amazing. Very good. Anyone else? Yes.
My name is Prasannata. I think my current purpose in life is to bring back the good days for my family.
Good days like?
Days of glory, I think.
Glory in?
In the sense of entrepreneurship, I think.
Okay, entrepreneurship. Very good. Anyone else? Over there.
Hi, I'm Oliver, and I'm wondering if there has to be a purpose to life. I'm leaning towards no. I'm wondering if there's a purpose to life, or maybe there isn't any.
No, I couldn't understand. What did you say?
Is there any purpose in life?
Huh?
Is there anything purpose in life?
He's
That's
asking
his
if
question.
he doesn't know if there is anything.
Oh, I don't know whether there's a purpose in life. There's purpose in life. Right? I don't know, there's no, but I don't think there's any purpose in life. I'm wondering if there's purpose in life.
Yeah.
That's your purpose in life, to inquire. To inquire the purpose of life becomes your purpose of life. That's amazing. Thank you. Anyone else? Yes.
Maybe for me, the goal would be to bring back the separated, because I feel like nowadays many people are going into both extremes, and it's really important to bring back the people together and care for each other.
Okay. Say slowly remove the exclusivity and bring the inclusivity. Inclusivity that everybody takes care of each other. Amazing. The lady over there.
My name is Pat, and my purpose, I feel, is mainly giving, especially by listening to people.
Okay, the purpose is giving to others. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, the next question is why giving is the purpose? Why inclusivity is the purpose? Why looking for purpose is the purpose? Right? So why? Next question. We never ask these questions. Why giving is a purpose? Hey,
It makes me feel good. And
it makes me feel good. Okay, don't think that oh no, I never thought about it, and then now what should I say? Right? No, just say something. If you think of something, just say, speak. The real philosophy begins from your questions inside, not the superficial questions. Answers inside, not the superficial answer that you learn from the philosophy, outside philosophy. Amazing. It makes me good. Okay. So why inclusivity?
Because I think it may bring peacefulness and therefore also happiness among the people.
Okay, it brings happiness, it brings peace. And why do you need peace?
Because if we stop being exclusive and inclusive,
So why inclusive? To bring peace. Why peace?
Why peace?
Yes.
Why do we need peace?
Yes.
Because I feel like harming each other is not bringing us happiness.
Okay. Good. And tell me here happiness. I'm looking for happiness.
I saw like everybody, seeking happiness. Bottom line is happiness.
Okay, so what's your name?
Pavanji.
Pavanjit ji saying is that the bottom line is happiness. A very good statement that he made. Very strong statement that he made. Thank you. And anyone else? What answer that we gave? Anyone else? What else?
I feel that we all are part, like we can't survive without each other, either with plants, sentient beings, anyone else. So we all are part, like everyone is my part. So if I make harm to others, definitely I'm making harm to myself. If I'm giving sorrow, suffering to them, definitely I will suffer.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. Okay, what's your name?
Amita. Amita.
Okay, Amita ji again saying making a big statement, saying that harming others, it harms you. Helping others, it helps you, it makes you happy. Okay, this is a very important statement that she made, but we are not to accept everything blindly. You getting it? So these are very important statements. So we have to analyze. So our mindset that I would suggest should be like, so ready to learn, maintain an open mind. Maintain open mind, ready to learn from anybody. But what you learn, you don't have to accept. You don't have to reject. Don't be quick to reject. Don't be quick to accept. You getting it? I say 2 + 5 = 10. You happy, not happy? Not happy. Did you learn what I said? Did you learn what I said? So some people, they don't even listen. So to say what I said is wrong, you have to know what I said. What did I say? 2 + 5 = 10. If you do not pay attention to what I said, you don't have an open mind. Although what I said is wrong, you don't know how I'm wrong. You're getting it? To say that somebody is wrong, you have to know what the other person said. So for that you maintain an open mind. So open mind is so important. With this, you take things. You learn, not take. Learn. Don't reject quickly. Don't accept quickly. Learn it and keep it to be analyzed. With analysis, if you are happy, if you see it makes sense, accept it. If it doesn't make sense, discard it. Meanwhile, you should know that he said 2 + 5 = 10. This will come only if you maintain an open mind. Okay. So with this, and the lady here, bring back the glory of the past, glory to your family. What is your glory? Entrepreneurship. What is entrepreneurship?
Business.
Okay, for you, business is a glory. Good. So you want everybody, your members to be businessmen, women. Okay, not doctors. You don't need doctors.
We have doctors also in the family.
Yes. Okay, so good. Why business?
I think in today's time, everyone is seeking jobs, but there are not too many people offering jobs.
So why you have to offer jobs?
Because then we have such a big population, and I feel
Why should you worry about the population?
because I live in this country.
So
I want to be a participant in the upliftment of the society.
why should you uplift the society?
So that we can hopefully reduce the barrier between rich and the poor.
Why should you remove the barrier between rich and poor?
So that there can be less clashes.
So why shouldn't there be less clash?
To his point, so peace and
Okay. So did you all get what I'm trying to check? Father, we see so many branches, so many millions of the leaves here. All the leaves will come to the same point, the root, one root. Likewise, all these different answers will boil down to the same point, so that I get peace, so that I get happiness. This is the ultimate answer. We never think about these things. Getting it? We never think about these things. So from this, for example, how many of you got during the COVID time, how many of you had the vaccine? Do sense? Okay. How many of you did not get the vaccine? Is it deliberate, or this is that you did not know that COVID existed? For Carl, he did not know that the COVID existed. He was on the way, he was traveling, right? Yes. You didn't know that COVID existed. That's amazing. It's a big blessing that you didn't know that the COVID existed. So it can be a big blessing, or it can be a blessing. What is that? Ignorance is bliss. It can be a blessing that the fear did not happen. That's amazing. And for myself, there was a tremendous fear Not just fear in the sense mentally here, the situation is so scary that you have nowhere to run. This was the situation. So in short, what I'm saying is that, why did you take the vaccine? Those who took the vaccine, why do you take the vaccine? And those who do not take the vaccine, why do you not take the vaccine? To be very simply put, do you agree with me? Yes, Anka.
Because I didn't believe that really exists. And I never took COVID.
Oh, you did not have the COVID? You did also take the vaccine?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also I travel in a country where it's considered that it's not COVID in Zanzibar.
Oh, Zanzibar, you were there. Okay. So no COVID? No. Was there COVID? There must be COVID.
Conventionally?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're learning here is that I'm sure that you'll all agree with me that all these answers, although they diverge starkly on the surface, but deep inside they all came down to the same point. That is that I want peace, I don't want miseries, I want happiness. And for example, the COVID vaccine. Some people, they took the COVID vaccine. Okay, raise hands those who took the COVID vaccine and give me the reason. Okay, gentleman behind Tinzi Samsala.
I was working in kindergarten and they said if I didn't want to take the vaccine, but they told me if I won't take, I'm going to be fired, which I didn't mind. I wasn't mind, but it was good time for the retreat, but I was thinking about the children in the kindergarten, and I thought in the middle of the year it will be appropriate to quit.
Okay. Your name? Phil. Okay. So what Phil took the vaccine because of the fear that he may lose his job.
No.
Again?
No, not because I was fearing to lose my job.
Because somebody's going to fire you.
But a year after I fired, it's okay. But I thought it won't be a problem.
And your children, you fear that the children may contract COVID from you.
I did it for the children.
Children, wonderful, that's amazing. Okay, let's say that the Phil took the vaccine, not out of fear for himself, but the fear that he may give COVID to the young people, young children, right? Out of compassion. That's so good, amazing. And then anybody who voluntarily took the vaccine, craving to get the vaccine, waiting for the vaccine, anticipating for the vaccine results, including myself, yes, we anticipated. I have my own theories. I don't want to say this. It's not like I'm promoting the pharmaceutical companies. You're getting it? So I have my own theories. Anybody who took the vaccine voluntarily, anticipating for the vaccine, presents? Yes. Why?
Well, I also wanted to protect my parents and my family, and I felt like my health wasn't in good condition, so I didn't think that it would be best for me to get it, but I wanted to protect the others. Okay, so
with the fear that she may give COVID to the parents and the family members and others. So this she does not approve. I should protect them. This is so kind. So look, again we see that why do you want to protect your family? Okay, think about this. It's not just a question. What's your name? Okay, don't think that I'm just asking Dennis here. Each one of you, why you want to protect your family members? And then the same question to Phil, why do you want to protect the children? Yes, Dennis here.
Because I want them to be happy. And
why you want them to be happy? Why?
Because it makes me happy.
Exactly. Good. I feel so happy to see that my family members are very happy. Very good. Okay, Phil, why you want to protect these children?
Well, because I take care and responsibility for the children as a teacher, and when they are happy, I'm happy, we're all happy. So
it makes me happy. Very good. Okay, so even those people who took the vaccine voluntarily, either to protect yourself or to protect the family members and so forth. So there you want to protect from the fear for yourself or fear for protect them from the fear, protect the family members from the fear. So we are all looking to get away from the fear. You don't want to lose your family members. So you have the fear of losing the family members. So to protect that, you want to protect them. Okay, so you want to get away from the fears. This is one thing that we're looking at. Then another thing, yes, over there. Your name?
Max.
Max, yes.
I feel like it was also very politicized. Like people who took the vaccine, like they were very much on the side of science, and they didn't want to be labeled as a certain thing. And the people who didn't take it didn't want to be like controlled by the government. And so it's very much like you're part of one group, and you have that association with that group.
What about you?
I
Which group?
For me, it doesn't. Like, I ended up getting the vaccine and I got COVID, so I'm like on the side of science, but I don't think it's like so. Like, I don't think it's so obvious. You know, there's a lot of things about science that we haven't yet discovered. And
okay, so let's say that some people, they do not take vaccine, and the government they're forcing, or government they're pleading, whatever. So they don't want to be controlled. So they don't take the vaccine so that they are not controlled by somebody. So the fear of losing the control, again the fear of losing the control, and protesting against the vaccine, so that the control is that you are not controlled by somebody, that nobody can force on you. So you want to have your own freedom. So those who don't take the vaccine, there's a reason. Again, it's related to protecting yourself and not to be under control of somebody, and not to just blindly follow somebody. And those who took the vaccine because of the wanting not to be controlled by the COVID. So in short, we see that everybody, those who took vaccine, those who stayed away from taking vaccine, this is all to stay away from the fears, losing the control, the fear of losing the control. Either losing the control of your control to the COVID or to the vaccine. So both sides don't want to lose control. In other words, losing control is fear. The fear, I don't want to fear. This is one thing. Then the happiness, particularly when you are a little boy, little girl. Little boy, little girl, how many of you were looking forward to your birthday? Raise hands. How many of you were looking forward to your birthday? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Similar. Tell me your birthday, if it's not now, when you were a little child, maybe age 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Say your birthday, your mom says that, okay, Simran will celebrate your birthday for half a day. You'll be happy, not happy. Or we'll celebrate then, let's make it 10 days.
We are very happy.
Very happy. So happiness, one is the misery, one is the happiness. Misery and the fear, you don't want that. You want to minimize that. Happiness, you want to expand it. How many agree with me, raise your hands? Good. And what do you define happiness? What do you define misery? That's a different story that we have to, again, it may vary. People say, no, nobody can talk about happiness, nobody can talk about miseries because it's purely subjective. Yes, it's subjective, but at the core, it's just the same. At the core, just as, what's the purpose of life? People give different answers. And when I push with the next question, follow-up question, then we all came down to the same answer. You're getting it? So, in short, we all have commonalities. We have to identify that. Those people who can go deeper and deeper to understand who we are, these are wise people. So, in short, what we're looking for, the purpose of life. Just see if you agree with me. If you don't agree with me, don't worry. You don't have to agree. Just learn. Learn. You don't have to accept. You don't have to reject it. Give yourself time to think more. Okay. So the purpose of life, twofold. One is to minimize your fears. Fears meaning minimize your tension, stress, anxiety, unhappiness. And the other one, maximize your happiness. Maximize your ease. Some people may not like the word happiness. Happiness is something happiness related to pleasure. It's purely physical, which is totally gross. I agree with you. But the happiness, there are many ways of reading this, what happiness is. let us not be too rigid with the usage of the words. You're getting it? Oh, happiness, very gross. No, this is your understanding of the happiness. Happiness, there are so many levels. For example, say, what's the meaning of attachment? Anyone? What's the meaning of attachment? Okay, young ones.
So, attachment is when something goes away, you'll be very sad. And if it's there, you'll be very happy. So,
okay, so the something which makes you happy, you want it. Wanting what makes you happy, that is attachment. Okay.
Scared to lose something.
Scared of losing. Okay, scared of losing something. In fact, attached to the object which you're scared that you will lose it.
We are attached to our parents also, so we are scared to lose them.
You're scared of losing them. Okay, attachment.
When I see the object as the source of giving me the happiness now, if not, I just need this to give.
Okay, so you look for something that makes you happy and then you feel attached to it.
Yeah.
Okay, the girl over there.
And Lima, except when you're attached to something, when something becomes part of you, that you don't know who you are without.
Say it again.
That you don't know who you are without it or someone.
You don't know who you are without someone.
Becomes part of
Becomes
your identity.
part of your identity. Okay, someone meaning
That
a person,
a
thing or a person or anything. Okay, so say you long for something which you think that if you get it, then it becomes a part of your identity. Very good, very good, very good. Over there.
And my name is Shelly, and I would say it's a lack of flexibility. Like,
Attachment.
Yeah.
Attachment defined as lack of flexibility.
Yeah.
Being in prison.
Yeah, you're not flexible enough to accept new situations or new thoughts that are not what you thought they are.
So when you're not flexible, it's good or bad?
And I would say it's hard.
It's good or bad?
I'll say it's bad. Not good.
It's bad. So not flexible. Be flexible is good. Why?
Because you don't fight the reality.
What's the problem? To fight with the reality, what's the problem?
It's exhausting.
No, even let's say, so what's the problem if you're exhausted?
It's the opposite of happiness.
Okay. So finally you come to one point, I'm glad. Okay. The gentleman over there, the bank, gentleman over there, yes.
Attachment?
Huh?
Attachment?
Yes.
The attachment is something you put meanings to what you put your own meanings, and it can be changeable to something in the present time.
Okay, put a good meaning or bad meaning?
Any meaning.
Okay, put a bad meaning and you feel attached to it. You were describing attachment.
Yeah.
So give a meaning, bad meaning, and you feel attached to it?
No.
Good meaning, not bad meaning. So this is known as articulation. Here in this class, we're learning how to articulate your thoughts. Number one, how to articulate your thoughts, and number two, articulate meaning, to learn how to express things very clearly. Number two, to improve your intelligence. To improve your intelligence, to improve my intelligence. We're together here. These are two main things. And meanwhile, get the information. When you can articulate, first, when you're intelligent, you can pick up the subtle information. When you can articulate, you learn how to articulate it, then the process of acquiring information goes very fast. Okay, so twofold, mainly to learn how to articulate your thoughts, and number two, to improve your intelligence. These are two things. The lady over there?
You can be attached to learning, to change.
What is meant by attachment?
To action.
What is meant by attached?
Attached if it's necessary, but you can't live without learning, changing.
This is not my question. My question is, what does it mean by attachment? I'm not asking what are you attached to.
No, attachment in the sense of need, necessity, desire.
Okay, so like a desire. Desire can be necessity. Even without necessity, one can still be attached. But the desire is a good word. Okay, so, let's say that the word attachment, how many of you heard the points of view of the different people with respect to the meaning of attachment? Your sense?
What?
The points of view, what attachment means according to different people. How many of you have heard the different points of view? Yes. Okay, let's see. What I'm saying is that the word happiness. What happiness? Many people say that no, I'm not looking for a happiness. Happiness is very gross. Happiness is pleasure. Pleasure is purely physical, and this is very gross. No, we are not looking for happiness. So what I'm saying is that let us not be too rigid. Let us not too rigid with the usage of the words. Words are created by the people, and the meaning of the words can change. We change in place, change in time, change in context. So, for example, say how many how the people who use the word, who try to interpret the meaning of the word attachment. Let us see. There was a monk teacher and a monk student. And the monk teacher was from the old school meaning old times. And the monk student was from 21st century, particularly 2025 batch, where you are exposed to the whole world of the whole digital world. And then this monk student, he was a little apprehensive because monks, are they allowed to use internet? Are they allowed to use emails? And what should the young monk do? He should check with the teacher. And the teacher was from the old school, whole time. And the young monk asked the teacher, "Sir, are the monks allowed to use emails?" And the teacher had no idea what is email. So the teacher had to give some answer. So he said that as long as there is no attachment, it's fine. Because the teacher, what is email? No idea. If the email arouses attachment, then that's not good. If it does not arouse attachment, it's fine. And he doesn't know what is email. So as long as there's no attachment, it's fine. You can use email as long as there's no attachment. Okay, how many use emails without attachment? Okay, you have never attached any file. So all those people who defined attachment the way you did belong to the old school. The monk teachers, the teacher monks school. So attachment, the same word has multiple meanings. Don't be fixed, rigid. Attachment is desire. Even the file to be attached, there's also attachment. I send many emails through attachment. Without this, my work is not done. You're getting it? So emails, for me, most of my emails have attachments. So if without attachments, if I cannot use emails, then the whole purpose, the office work can all be delayed. We cannot do that. So the word attachment has multiple meanings. Likewise, word happiness has multiple meanings. Don't be rigid and think, oh, happiness means pleasure. Pleasure means something very gross. I'm not looking for this. So be flexible. Know the context well, and then with the vocabularies, these are the means to take you to understand the context, or to understand the concept. Once you know the concept, then with the words, don't be too rigid. That is when there is smart people, they will hold on to the concepts. Not smart people, they hold on to the words, and then they fight over the words. Okay, so likewise, the smart people, they look for the goal. And unwise people, they will look for the means. And goal is same, means are different. Because means are different, and you hold on to means, you see the differences and you fight. fighting in the name of religions. It's all because of that. Religions are for your happiness, for your well-being. Your well-being is not for your religion. Don't forget it. Don't forget it. Well-being is not for your religion. Your religion is for well-being. Look at these great teachers like Sir Lord Ram. Look at great teachers like Jesus Christ. Look at Baha'u'llah, Bob, who was killed with 700 bullets, first became for the equality of the beings, people. So these great teachers, Jesus Christ, he sacrificed his life on the cross for the well-being of the humanity. So we see that these teachers, they came on the earth to help the beings, to create the well-being for you, well-being for me. So we should not forget this. And if we just hold on to the means, isms, this is my ism. If this is what you hold on to, you hold on to the means, not to the end. The goal, these isms are for the goal, not the goals for the isms. Let's not forget it. If those people who seek the goal as the priority, and they see the isms as a means to the goal, these people never fight. Because they see the commonality among the humanities. Whereas those people who are so caught up with the isms and forget the goal, then isms are multiple, continue to fight, seeing that my religion is the best. And your religion is hedonistic, or this is that, this is this, and so forth. And then think of destroying others to make yourself succeed. Meanwhile, others will also see you as an enemy, they will destroy you. It's a self-destruction. So this is all because of the failure to distinguish between the goal and the means. So wise people are those people who can see the goal as what you are seeking, and the means are actually the steps to achieve that goal. They will not hold on to the means. It doesn't matter. Whatever means that you use is fine. The goal, as long as the goal is one, the same humanity. So likewise, those people who look to understand the concepts, these people are smart. Those people who are caught up with the words, these are unwise. Because with the words, people can differ. For example, like say, putting on the heads and removing the heads. These are just the conventions, words. And the goal is the same, respect. Some say putting on the heads, this is respect. Some say putting off the heads, this is respect. So finally, when you see that, okay, that person is putting on the head as a gesture of respect. Some people say putting off the heads is out of the respect. Finally, respect counts, not the means. So let's not forget this. So let us all be wise. Wise by holding to the concept rather than the words, divided by the words. By holding to the goals, not be divided by the means. Let's not forget it. Okay. So from this, what we have learned today is that through this interactive discussion, what we learned is that we are all seeking, okay, so from at least these like 80 people here, what we said is that there's almost like an agreement that we are seeking to minimize the miseries and maximize our ease or the happiness or fulfillment. How many agree with me, sense? This is what we agree upon. Okay, now tell me, who's that person? Okay, let's say minimize the miseries. Miseries, how much miseries you want to minimize? 10%, 20%, 80%, 90%? How much? If possible, okay, 100%. And happiness, what degree of happiness you are seeking? 10%, 20%, 80%? Huh? Unlimited. Raise hands. We agree with Amita. Raise hands. Or some would say that no, I don't want 100% happiness. I want 80% happiness. 20% happiness, 20% misery is good. So to appreciate 80% happiness. Raise hands. Those who belong to this category. One, raise hands. We identify these people. Hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so tomorrow, for these people, no breakfast. 20% misery, happiness cut. 20% miseries, right? So to appreciate the lunch and dinner. No breakfast. Huh? No lunch, no dinner. No dinner, no lunch. No 1 meal a day. 1 meal a day is must. Cut one, say 1/5 of this, 1 meal, cut. 1/5 cut to appreciate the remaining, the 80%. Right? Cut. And then you say, why cut? I paid full. Why cut? Right? No, to appreciate. And you want 80%, you don't want 100% happiness. Right? So removing the 20% happens for your own good. Right? Hey, 1, 2, right? Hey, identify these people. Okay, so now the next question is, who is that person? So sometimes, let us also learn how to be realistic. Sometimes we can be idealistic. Oh, 80% happens good, 20% with this misery, then the 80%, the 80% can be appreciated. This is all ideal on the ideology. Ideologically speaking, or idealistically speaking, it sounds nice. But in practical sense, somebody says that, okay, today no breakfast for you, right? No breakfast for all. Okay, why? For you, why? Why? For you, no breakfast today. Why? Okay, so we should think of that. Then this will tell you who is real you. You're getting it? So one is speaking from the brain, one is speaking from core of the being. So from the core of the being, nobody wants suffering and everybody wants the maximum happiness. And tell me, who's that? A voice or non-voice? Okay, who's that person who doesn't want misery at all and want to have the maximum happiness? Voice or non-voice?
Heart.
Huh?
Heart. The heart. The heart ones.
Hard ones.
The maximum happiness.
So who wants it? The boys or non-boys? Boys, not the girls. Huh? Okay, the girls, they don't want happiness. They want suffering.
The non-voice doesn't want anything.
Huh?
The non-voice?
No. Okay. Boys or the non-boys? I do not say wise and unwise. Okay. So, who's that person who likes to have the maximum happiness with zero suffering? The Westerners or the Easterners? Both. Make it very simple. Both. Don't try to challenge me. You try to challenge me, I'll challenge you, and it's waste of time. You can be very straight away so that we can get to the point very quickly. Right? Okay. So, and who's that? Younger ones or the older ones? Both. And Buddhists or non-Buddhists? Both. Everyone. Don't forget it. We are all same in that respect. We are all seeking the maximum happiness to get rid of the maximum miseries. Okay, this is who we are. The next question. Is it possible? This next question. Is it possible to get rid of all the miseries and to have the maximum happiness? Is it possible? This is the question. We want that, but is it possible? Okay, just speak your mind. No, it's not possible. Listen, be very honest. Okay, yes, it's possible. Okay, I'm not too sure. Very good. Okay, now, say, those who say, yes, it's possible, the question is how? Those who say, no, not possible, don't block your eyes. Don't block yourself. We maintain an open mind to listen to others who will say, yes, it's possible. You're getting it? We maintain an open mind to listen to what others have to say. Because that when you say no, and then if you don't want to listen to others, in a way you say that I will continue to suffer. You're getting it? I will continue to suffer. And I'm not open to learn how to get rid of my suffering. So you should maintain an open mind. We should learn how to maintain an open mind. Is it possible or not possible? You're getting it? Let us not be quick to say yes, no. Whatever thoughts that you have, keep that with you. But let's not be too quick to make the rash conclusion. So let us say, do you agree with me that if you say that the yes, 100% happiness is possible, which means that you should have the potential for that 100% happiness. Example is that, let's say, handful of sand and handful of sunflower seeds. Handful of sunflower seeds, you squeeze, oil comes out. Do you agree? Handful of sunflower seeds, you squeeze, oil comes out. Do you agree? Good. Handful of sand, squeeze, no oil comes out. Do you agree? Okay, what's the difference?
Cause and effect.
What's the difference? Why handful of sand, no oil comes out? Why handful of sunflower seeds, oil does come out? Why?
Potentiality of those seeds.
Okay, say the what Phil said as a cause and effect, what Amita is saying as the potentiality. So the handful seed has the handful of sunflower seeds has the potential for oil. So potential for oil is a cause, gives rise to, when you squeeze it, the result, oil comes out, cause and effect. And then whereas this handful of sand, no oil comes out because the sand does not have the potential for the oil to come out. How many agree with Phil and Amita? Raise hands. How many agree with two of them? Good. So if you say that yes, it is possible that we can have 100% happiness, that your miseries can be zero, you should have the potential. You should have the potential for 100% happiness and zero miseries. You should have that potential. Do you have this potential? Okay. Do you have this potential? This is a very serious question. Don't be quick. Don't be quick to say yes. Don't be quick to say no. If you say yes, it's easy. If you say yes, easy, why? Somebody can easily ask how. If you say no, full stop, nobody will ask you how. You getting it? Okay. So let's not be too quick. The question is what? We have to identify these questions. Identifying the correct question at the correct time. This is known as articulation. You are able to articulate your thoughts. So, do we have this potential? So the answer differs between Charles Darwin and the Buddha. You're getting it? There are many other teachers, but taking these two into consideration, answer differs between Charles Darwin and the Buddha. So first let us listen to what Charles Darwin has to say. But keep in mind that Charles Darwin happened in 19th century and Buddha happened in 2,500 years ago, 500 BC. You're getting it? There's a gap of like more than 2,000 years, so gap between these two teachers. Okay, first let us see what Charles Darwin has to say. It was 2008 when I was sent to America by the office of His Holiness the Dalai Lama to work on the book of His Holiness. The title of the book is Emotional Awareness, co-authored by His Holiness the Dalai Lama and Professor Paul Ekman, who is a world-renowned psychologist. Okay, anybody from psychology background raise your hands? Psychology background, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, there are many of you. 9. Good. So Professor Paul Ekman, he is a world-renowned psychologist, particularly with respect to the what is known as the reading microfacial expressions. He's a pioneer in the science of psychology, reading microfacial expression. And then the one point, what happened was that two of us, we know each other because he's very senior, and it's only through His Holiness. Otherwise, he's too big that we cannot really get a chance to meet him. So I met him and became friends because of His Holiness. His Holiness's work. So, one time, we already had a lot of interactions, and that was also after my working with him on the book of His Holiness in America. And one time, I came to know that he was again visiting India. Then I said that, okay, you must give a talk in Tibet House in Delhi. You must give a talk. And his assistant, informed this to him, and he accepted, really accepted. Then I said that we need your photograph and also your brief CD to advertise. And the assistant said, please don't advertise. If you don't advertise, we'll come. Because Tibet House is not like an institution, not like an academic institution where the students, they're ready-made students, they know. It's all, but even in those days, it's more like open classes, no the more formalized registered classes. So without the invitation, without the advertisement, then we cannot, and the big professors coming, and then if the audience is so small, that's not good. So what I decided to do is that I did advertise without mentioning his name. I said that we are inviting a Professor Andrew. And in the bracket, if I say Andrew, I'm telling lies. So in the bracket I said that I'm telling lies. This is not a lie. Saying that I'm telling lies, when you tell a lie, this is not a lie. So I said that. So in the bracket I wrote that name changed. You're getting it? Which means I'm not telling a lie. Name changed. And then what ought to be described. The hall was jam-packed. Not because Professor Pauling is coming, because there's a professor coming whose name is changed. There must be a reason. Right? He must be, something controversial or something big professor. So we must go there. The hall was jam-packed. So it was a big blessing. So this is Professor Paul Ekman, and the 2008. So I was sent by the Office of His Holiness to work on this book just for 5 days, because they had to make sure that His Holiness's words, His Holiness's voice in the book is reflected correctly. So I was sent there to check His Holiness's part in the book. And Professor Paul Ekman has been extremely kind and nice. So he entertained me all the 5 days so generously. And the 5 evenings, he made me meet with many people. The second day was meeting with his psychologist colleagues. And we introduced ourselves, and I talked a little bit about the Buddhist psychology, how to stop the destructive emotions like attachment, anger, jealousy, so forth. And then one lady psychologist, she was ahead. They said that, but what is said is not possible. What is said? To stop all the destructive emotions, attachment, anger, jealousy, fear, and so forth. It's not possible. Then my question to I said, why? Then she said that according to Charles Darwin, these emotions, attachment, aversion, fear, and so forth, these emotions, number one, why we cannot get rid of them is that these are instincts. These are what we inherited from 0.3 million years ago. And we can still go beyond that. Beyond that. If you can go to the subtle point, which is 4 billion years ago. When the unicellular organism, our first ancestor, came on planet Earth. So there, the unicellular organism, they have to survive. So for that matter, survival of the fittest. So then this unicellular organism, continue to grow, continue to mutate, and then gradually it turned into this very complicated physical complex, which we today call as Homo sapiens. It took this long, 4 billion years. So these emotions, like attachment, anger, and the fear and so forth, these are all the 4 billion years of evolution that today we have these emotions. So this instinct, we cannot get rid of them. Number one is instinct. Number two, we require them. We require these emotions for the survival of the fittest. So only what will make us fit is these emotions. Attachment required for you to survive. You require the conducive factors. And the conducive factors will be brought to you only if you have attachment. If you don't have attachment, you will not put effort to get the conducive factors. And anger to get rid of the non-conducive factors. If you don't get rid of these non-conducive factors, they can damage you. Then the fear. If a lion comes, if you know fear, you will not run. If you don't run, the lion will pounce on you, eat you up, finish. Your species terminate. So the whole purpose of the species is to continue the species. That's a purpose. So for that matter, we require these three emotions: attachment, anger, and the fear. So we cannot get rid of them. But when you have these three emotions, we are not happy. We are stressed. We are unhappy. So unhappiness, stress, these are the instincts. We cannot get rid of these. So this is Charles Darwin's point of view. In other words, we cannot have 100% happiness and 0 miseries, according to Charles Darwin. Don't forget it. Now, what the Buddha has to say. The Buddha said that, yes, of course, you can have 100% happiness. You can have the 0 misery. You can have. And what makes you say that? What gives you that confidence? So here, the Buddha talked about the mind as distinct from the body or the brain. To be more specific, mind is distinct from the brain. Charles Darwin's formulation of his theories is all based on the physical body, evolution of the physical body. So based on the fossils. Fossils are nothing. These are the representations of the physical body at the different era, and not the mental. Whereas the Buddha talked about mind. So on the level, because of this, the Buddha talked in great the width and depth of psychology, the mind. The Buddha talked a lot about the mind, very sophisticated aspects of the mind. Charles Darwin did not talk. It's just so less. His presentation is all about the physical body transformation, physical body adaptation. This was Charles Darwin's work. And he tries to explain the mind because he did not really go into the mind in depth. So therefore he just concluded based on the physical aspects of the body, saying that these are instincts, you cannot get rid of these. But the Buddha went into the mind too deep that Buddha said, yes, it's not about your body, it's about your mind. And this mind has an incredible capacity, and the true nature of mind. True nature of mind is so rich and so beautiful that true nature is truly fearless, and true nature is happiness is infinite. This is your true nature. So this is known as the hidden treasure. Each one of us, we have this hidden treasure. In technical terms, it's known as Buddha nature. Buddha doesn't mean Buddhism. Buddha means awakening. The seat of awakening. Everybody has this. Buddha discovered it. He did not invent it. He did not bestow it to us. This is what he discovered. Buddha appeared only 2,500 years ago. Homo sapiens appeared 300,000 years ago. Buddha appeared only 2,000 years ago. So Buddha discovered it. Buddha did not invent. Buddha did not create. He discovered it, which was present within the Homo sapiens, within the beings, so the millions and billions of years ago. So this is what Buddha discovered, not invented. Okay, having said this, what is this Buddha nature like? This is the next question. What is this Buddha nature potential? If I have that hidden treasure, okay, am I non-Buddhist? Do I also have the hidden treasure? Yes, you also have. Everybody has. It's not about Buddhism, non-Buddhism, and so forth. As long as you are somebody who wants happiness, who doesn't want suffering, you have that hidden treasure. So what is this hidden treasure? So now technically we call it this Buddha nature. What is this like? Or in Sanskrit, it is also referred to as the Tathagata Garbha, essence of the Buddha. We all have this Tathagata Garbha. Okay, so what is that like? What is that like, and how do we know it exists within us? First, let me explain what it's like. Okay. Okay, so let's say that Okay. Let's say we're all very thirsty and I have a glass of water. We're all very thirsty, I have a glass of water. And say that, okay, which country you're from? Which country?
Israel.
Israel, is there a river passing by? River? Jordan River? Jordan? Jordan River. She doesn't know, I know. Because she's young, I'm old. Okay. So, Jordan River. Can you drink? You're very thirsty, you jump Jordan River and then drink? You can drink it? Huh? Yes, no.
From the up more clean.
Down? No. Up is clean. Down is not. Up is also questionable. Right? But cleaner than down. Okay, so from the down you jump and you drink the water? No, why not? It's dirty, right? So in olden times, all these water very clean, and then now they're all very dirty. Okay, so you don't want to drink this dirty water. Now take this water, same water, Jordan River, and then subject it to purification process, like reverse osmosis, ultrafiltration. Then the clean water comes out. All the water that you're drinking, particularly that you bought from the shops, they're all like that. It went through this purification process. Now it becomes very clean. So now it becomes very clean. You want to drink it? You will say yes. My question to you, this clean water came from where? From Mount Everest or from Jordan River? That's amazing. So Jordan River came from Mount Kailash. No, from Mount Everest. That's amazing. Thus far, I've never seen any connection. Now today I'm seeing this connection. Who said it? Both. Wow. It came from?
Water always is a cycling process all the time.
Okay.
So each drop you drink was part of a dinosaur back then. So it was cycling and all the time. So
Okay.
one drop of water can be from everywhere.
Yes, I agree with you. To some extent. I agree with you to some extent. Like, you're good. Okay. Okay. So let's say that this water came from Jordan River. And Jordan River, you said that down part of Jordan River, you don't want to drink. Now you want to drink. So this water came from this clean water came from where? From down part of the Jordan River. And now why you drink it? It's very clean now. Earlier it was not clean. Don't forget it. Okay, the next. Don't forget this example. The next example. Okay, this singing ball. Made of? Brass. Okay, metal, more precisely brass. Those who I am, you're a human being. Don't say that. Right? Everybody knows that I'm a human being. You're Dorji. Let's be more precise. What is this? Brass. Okay, brass singing ball. Okay, say I've seen a golden singing ball. Singing ball made of gold. And I'm not too keen on the brass singing ball. I also want to have the golden singing ball. But the dirty water, although however dirty water is, through purification process or desalination, it becomes very clean. Likewise, this brass singing ball, I can make it a golden singing ball, right? So because the dirty water becomes clean, why not the brass become golden? So what I do is that I try to remove the brass particles. I remove the brass particles. What will happen to the singing ball? Hey, what happened to the singing ball? Singing bowl will disappear, vanish. How many agree with Amitabh's hands? Oh, but this is not philosophy, it's very simple. Hey, this is not philosophy, it's very simple. Getting it? Or it's too simple that you feel bored. So that we don't give answer. Oh, you're expecting some philosophical answer? No, it's very simple. Just say that it'll vanish, it'll disappear. If I remove the brass particles, it'll disappear. It'll not become gold. Now the question is that why this dirty water, when subjected to purification process, is become clean, and this brass singing ball, removing the brass particles, it don't become a golden singing ball. Instead, the singing ball disappears, object disappears. Why the water did not disappear? Instead, water becomes clean. Why the singing ball doesn't become golden singing ball? Instead, the singing ball disappears. Why? The gentleman over there.
It's in the nature of.
So they say the water, the pure water, is the true nature of the water. Where's the? So when you subject the water to the dirty water to purification process, you are not removing the true nature. You remove the adventitious nature. The true nature of the water is very pure. Adventitious nature, the bacteria, the salt, these things you remove, then the pure nature manifests. Whereas here, you remove the brass particles, you are removing the true nature of the singing ball. When you remove the true nature of the singing ball disappears. So therefore, what we are saying is that with the water, however dirty the water is, the true nature of water is always very pure. You getting it? Very pure. So our mind is not like this singing ball, it's like the dirty water. Our mind is defiled, but the true nature of my mind, true nature of your mind is never defiled. True nature is so pure. So what we said is that unless the handful of sunflower seeds, unless they have the potential for the oil, you squeeze it. If it does not have the potential, no oil will come out. So, likewise, this dirty water, if it does not have the true nature of purity, then no matter how much you subject to purification, the clean water will not come out. The fact that clean water comes out means there is a potential for the clean water. That potential is known as the true nature of the dirty water. Likewise, our true nature of the mind is very pure, fearless, and infinite happiness. Okay, so to how many of you this example makes some sense? Okay, if a mind is like the water, then it makes sense. The true nature of my mind can be very pure. But your mind, does it fit with the example of the dirty water or fit with the example of the brass singing ball? That you have to check again. But at least what we learned is that that our mind can be clean, extreme. The true nature of mind can be very pure. Okay, so if you want to learn more about this, the true nature of mind, which is so beautiful and so fearless and infinite happiness, you want to know more about this, you have to read one book. Not as a book, it's included here. It's a short composition in this book which you have. It's included here, authored by the great ancient Indian master by the name Arya Nagarjuna. His book, the composition is known as Dharmadhatu Stava, in praise of Dharmadhatu. In praise of Dharmadhatu. So you have to study that, and partly you can understand it, and partly you have to learn from a living teacher, because some concepts can be quite technical. Okay, if you want to know about who you are, your true nature, if you really want to know who your true nature, that your true nature is so beautiful, it's fearless and expansive happiness, no matter what external factors that you meet with, say the desirable things that you meet with, you're happy. You know undesirable things, you meet with undesirable things, still you are happy. This is who you are. This is who you are. So, if you really want to know this more precisely, this brilliant composition by incredibly great, and the master by name Arya Nagarjuna, and he is revered as the second Buddha by the Buddhist. particularly the Mahāyāna Buddhist, following the Mahāyāna tradition, they revere him as the second Buddha. Okay, so this is about the Buddha nature. Now the next question is, if I have this Buddha nature, if I have this potential for the infinite happiness and the fearlessness, then the next question is, how to awaken this? How to make it manifest? This next question. Okay. For this, before I stop here, let me give you the one exercise. Exercise meaning mental exercise. Okay. You have to think about it, and then when I ask question, you have to give the answer. I give the answer verbally, non-verbally, it doesn't matter, but you have to give them. Only when you try to give the answer to the questions, or you ask questions, then your mind is activated, your intelligence is activated. So therefore, make sure that even though not everybody will get a chance to speak, but at least mentally you speak, mentally you give the answers, your mind is already activated. That is the whole purpose. So with this mind, okay, say one month ago, okay, let's say that my handkerchief, it fell in the mud. And then my brand new handkerchief fell in the mud, and I was little unhappy, disturbed, but I washed it under running water. It became very clean. Okay, I'm very happy. And that was 1 month ago. 1 week ago, again it fell somewhere. And okay, I'm not worried, because last time it fell in mud, I washed it on running water, it became very clean. So now also I can wash under running water. I wash under running water, it doesn't become clean at all. So what do you think is the problem? Anyone?
No continuity.
No
continuity.
No continuity. Meaning?
Meaning your first conclusion would not work on the second experience.
No, this is not my question. The question is, in the first case, it fell in mud, I washed under running water, it became very clean. In the second case, it fell somewhere and I washed under running water, it doesn't become clean. It's because there's some change in the water composition. No, what is same water, same running water?
The other chemistry of the dirt. Maybe it was oil.
I'm glad, thank you. So in the first case, I made it very clear it fell in the mud. A mud, you clean running water, it becomes clean. But the second time, I did not tell you where it fell. It fell in grease or oil. Grease or oil will not go under running water. It requires detergent. You agree? So, what remedy to apply? How to clean this is determined by the nature of the defilement. You agree? If the defilement is just ordinary mud, running water is good enough. If the defilement or the stain is oil, then you require some detergent. Not running water is not sufficient. You agree with sense? Okay. So the question, your name? Shalom. Peace.
No, Sharon.
Sharon. Okay. I thought you said shalom. Shalom is peace.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So Sharon says that how to awaken this hidden treasure. Oh, by the way, which diamond, 1 kg diamond in the showroom, 1 kg diamond in the ditch, which is more expensive? Okay, is there anybody who works with diamond or with the jewelries? Is there anybody who works? Okay, which means your answer may not be too precise. You don't know. Okay, so my question is what? 1 kg diamond in the showroom and 1 kg diamond in the ditch. Which is more expensive? And many of you said the one in the showroom. And the showroom experts, diamond experts, or the showroom owners, what they do is that they find 1 kg diamond in the ditch, they'll pick it up and then clean it and put it in the showroom. It becomes showroom diamond. You agree? There's no difference. There's no difference. There's no difference. It's diamond. 1 kg diamond in both cases is 1 kg diamond. So what the Buddha said is that each one of us, we have the 1 kg diamond, the Buddha nature inside. So precious. And the Buddhas and these enlightened masters, they are like the diamond, 1 kg diamond in the showroom. And we are like the 1 kg diamond in the ditch. You're getting it? So we have to know that. We have to know that and come out of the ditch and clean this and go into the showroom. We become a showroom diamond. You're getting it? So this is the job. So for that we have to clean this diamond. To clean the diamond, we have to use you have to use remedies. You have to use remedies, antidotes. You agree? What antidotes to use is determined by the lady over there. Hey, the lady, what's your name? At the back. No. Yes. Shelley. So what does it say? Say what antidote to apply is determined by the nature of the defilements to be removed. You're getting it? Okay. So for that, what Sharon asked, how to awaken this hidden treasure. How to make this hidden treasure come out? By applying the remedies. What remedies to apply is determined by the nature of the defilements. What is the nature of the defilements? This is the next question. Okay, so we still have 3 minutes. Okay, let's quickly do that. What's the nature of the defilements? Nature of the defilements is of 2 kinds. Okay, what are you seeking? What are you seeking? Fearlessness and infinite happiness. Not just happiness, infinite happiness. Right? So, fearlessness and infinite happiness. Who is that? Who seeks that? Everybody seeks that. So technically, in the Buddhist text, you see different vocabularies used. For the fearlessness, they use the word nirvana. Now, how many of you heard this word nirvana in your life, your sense? Nirvana means fearlessness, symbol, right? When you speak about these concepts to help others, you don't make it Buddhist, to make it Buddhistic. Speak in secular contexts. So we are all seeking fearlessness. We are all seeking freedom from miseries. We are all seeking to remove the miseries. As simple as that. And technically speaking, this is known as nirvana. And the infinite happiness that we are talking about, technically is known as Buddhahood. Buddhahood meaning Buddha is the awakening, full awakening, Buddhahood. Okay, so because that we have 2 aspirations. One to attain nirvana, the other to attain Buddhahood. And we already have this potential within us. Even before the Buddha was born, we already have this potential within us. But why this is not manifest? Because that there must be, say for example, in the dish, you don't see the diamond. Diamond is there, but you're not seeing it. Why you're not seeing this? It's covered. It's covered by the dirt. It's covered by the dirt. Likewise, why don't we see these 2 potential within us? These 2 are covered by the metal dirt. So what kind of metal dirt? Nature of the metal dirt. So the metaphorically speaking, is of 2 kinds. One is very gross metal dirt, and the other is the subtle metal dirt. Gross and the subtle. Gross one, the example would be like, for example, let's say somebody smashed garlic in my mug. Somebody smashed garlic in my mug, and then let's say I don't eat garlic, and said, oh, somebody smashed garlic. So smashed garlic in my mug. Who did it? And you said, oh, I'm very sorry, I did it. You owned up, and then you go to wash this garlic. Remove all sort of garlic, wash it under running water so well. Now there's no trace of garlic. Now you smell it. It still smells garlic. Okay, so in the first part, there's a gross one. You successfully removed the gross garlic. Gross part you have removed. And with the help of the running water, even some particles you were removed. But the smell you could not remove. So this garlic has two elements. One is the gross garlic, and the other one is the subtle smell of the garlic too. Likewise, our mental defilements, there are two. One is very gross garlic-like mental defilements, and the other one subtle smell of the garlic-like mental defilements. There are two. The first one stops us from experience. The first one is technically known as afflictive obscurations. The first one is known as afflictive obscurations. And then what does it do? It stops us from experiencing fearlessness. It stops us from experiencing fearlessness. It attracts fears. It attracts miseries. The first one, known as, afflictive obscurations. Okay, thank you. Afflictive obscurations. And second one, the subtle smell of the garlic-like mental defilements, is known as the cognitive obscurations. Cognitive obscurations. And what does it do? It stops us from experiencing infinite happiness. So in other words, afflictive obscurations stop us from experiencing fearlessness, and the cognitive obscuration stops us from experiencing infinite happiness. So now we are discovering yourself more and more closely. Okay, wow, that's amazing. Now I have these two defilements, obscurations, and these two obscurations must be removed. So how to remove these two obscurations? Now to remove the obscurations, we have to apply some antidotes. What antidotes to apply is determined by the nature of the defilement. Nature of the defilement, what is that? Is of two kinds, gross and the subtle one. Gross one is known as afflictive obscurations, and the subtle one is known as cognitive obscurations. And what is the job of the afflictive obscurations? To attract the miseries, stop you from experiencing fearlessness. And the cognitive obscuration, what's the job of that? Is to stop you from experiencing infinite happiness, or in other words, it stops you from experiencing Buddhahood. Okay, so now you may wonder what exactly is afflictive obscurations. So example is fine, gross garlic, but what exactly is it that? How can I identify that? Okay, how many you like to learn that presents? Come in the next session. When? Oh, 11 o'clock. Not 11. 11:30.